Anime fans love making fun of other fandoms for being toxic. K-pop stans, sports fans, gamers, you name it, we've all posted the smug comparison meme at some point. But right now, two of the biggest isekai fandoms online are review bombing each other into the ground over a scheduling coincidence, and almost nobody in the replies wants to call it what it actually is. Here's my problem with that. Call it what it actually is. Grown adults are tanking a show's score because their favorite lost a popularity contest that only exists in their own heads. And dressing that up as passionate disagreement is generous. If you think your fandom is somehow exempt from this, stick around, because I am about to prove you are not. ReZero Season 4 premiered back in April. Mushoku Tensei Season 3 landed in July with a big 2-episode launch. Both are massive, decade-defining isekai franchises releasing major seasons in the same year, and somehow fans decided to treat that as a title fight instead of two shows worth watching on their own terms. Instead of just enjoying two genuinely good seasons at the same time, review sections turned into an actual battlefield. ReZero fans mass downvoting Mushoku Tensei discussion threads, Mushoku Tensei fans doing the exact same thing right back on episode score pages. Numbers that are supposed to reflect quality started reflecting whichever side screamed louder that particular week. Ever notice a rating is supposed to help a total stranger decide what to watch next? That is its entire job. Right now, pulling up either show's score gets you a live scoreboard from a war that has nothing to do with animation, writing, or pacing, and a total stranger trusting that number to pick their next show is getting played. Here's why this keeps happening, and it is not just these two shows. A rating used to be private, just a number you settled on in your own head after an episode ended. Now it is public, it is time-stamped, and it turns into a flag you plant for your side. You are not scoring a show anymore, you are casting a vote in an identity war. Call me biased, but this exact pattern is nowhere near new. It is just louder now because everyone has a platform in their pocket. Remember when JJK Season 3 finally landed on Netflix this week, 6 full months after it had already finished airing on Crunchyroll back in March? Go read the comments under that news right now. Half of them are not actually about the new streaming deal at all. They are old Gojo loyalists still relitigating his death from 2 seasons ago, downvoting anyone who dares suggest the story kept working fine without him. Same exact energy, completely different franchise. Now let me steel man the other side for a second, because I do not think passion is the villain here. A fandom that argues, debates, and genuinely cares this much is a fandom that is alive. A dead fanbase does not fight over anything. It just quietly stops watching and moves on to the next trend without a word. So no, I am not telling you to stop caring about the shows you love. Caring loudly is honestly the whole point of being part of a fandom in the first place. The actual problem here was never the passion itself. It is what people choose to do with that passion once it gets weaponized against a rival fanbase. There is a real line between defending a show you love and sabotaging one you do not. Defending looks like actually making an argument someone could respond to. Sabotage looks like brigading a score for episodes you never even watched, purely to drag a rival show's average down a few tenths of a point. You can absolutely tell whether Mushoku Tensei's new arc is genuinely well adapted or not. You can tell whether ReZero earned its season through strong writing or coasted on nostalgia alone. What you cannot tell anymore is which one is true because the actual signal got buried under an unrelated tribal war. Here's who actually pays the price for this mess. It is not the studios. They already banked their viewership numbers either way this quarter. It is the casual viewer scrolling through scores on a Tuesday night trying to pick their next show, staring at a rating that is basically meaningless at this point. It is also the shows themselves paying the price, and that part genuinely bothers me. Both of these anime deserve to be judged as actual art, not as ammunition in someone else's tribal fight over which fandom wins the season. That is a pretty embarrassing way to treat something a whole studio spent years animating. So here's my actual take, and I doubt it will make me popular. Anime fans will roast every other fandom online for being unhinged, then turn around and do the exact same thing the moment their own favorite show is on the line. If that sounds like you, and be honest with yourself for 1 second, you already know it does. Next time you are about to leave a 1-star review for a show you never even finished, ask yourself who you are actually rating it for. Is it an honest opinion or a shot fired in someone else's war? Drop the most embarrassing fandom war you have personally witnessed down in the comments. I want to hear the ones I missed.